non-start, you silly thing.
I'm not either.
Oh, it's going. Thank you.
Well, go down, I just get down to the intersection. That's just for her. Well, yeah, when I took him home then,
Hi, Teresa. It's over at this table over here, girl. Middle one. You. In the basket, yes. Grab you a plate and get you something to eat.
Last night, Medicine Lodge. Well, you know, this is my second plate. You just calm down.
Your second plate. She wants to make sure she gets dessert.
I can't put my dessert
Right?
It's a 2-plate night, I think.
That's okay. There's little plates too for dessert. I think I brought some little plates. How are you, Carol?
all right, how about you? Oh, I got some kind of infection. Not contagious. Nope. It's not contagious. Call the staff. So then you're doing what I'm doing.
Well, did you use like a tweezers?
Said my breathing.
Oh, are you one of those that can be tested? Oh, I got a niece that is. We fight it.
Where you at, Margie? Here?
Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow I got Suzanne's tomorrow, Margie's Friday. 2 trips. Margie's been after me for about 10 years. I've had PGL all my life. Well, I did retire. That's one thing. Chewed on and everything else. I know what to do when you're all together.
Oh, I totally went to the high school today and like been to the principal's office.
You know, and normally there's a bunch of it, but there's not.
He was really nice about it.
Right? Just like when you.
Oh, yeah.
I know, that's how the boys have fun, so yes.
Sign it. Oh, you gotta sign in. What? You wanna get paid? You have to sign in. If you don't sign in, you don't get paid. It's not Thursday, Carmen.
How many years ago have they been moving now?
This is about the third year. I think it's about the third year.
That's pretty
It's,
cool.
yeah, today was sitting in front of the city building with a city Carter Lane shirt on.
Really? That's all.
Yeah, and probably when they do it, they go down to the co-op and it's usually got a co-op shirt on. And then if they put it in front of the police station, they'll put a police officer's uniform on.
Alright guys, I'm gonna start while you eat, just because I gotta get to basketball practice shortly. There's always something, right? So, hi Gwen. I'm glad you guys came and brought goodies. It smells good in here. So, birthdays this month. Janet Meyer, who's not here. Margie has a birthday this month. And John has a birthday. And Sandy, who's not here. And Jean has a birthday this month too. See,
Oh.
Jean, you didn't know what you were getting into.
But Margie's a little older than I am.
Okay.
And we have to point that out, right?
So this is Gene's first meeting. He's one of our new subs over at Garden Flame. So welcome, Gene. You picked a good first meeting. We don't always eat.
He doesn't know we.
I know, you guys got to eat last meeting.
Yeah.
We might be setting a precedent. And we had like, I'm going to slow roll a little bit more food. Mindy just wanted me to tell you guys Merry Christmas, and she appreciates you and the work you're doing. So she does not have anything negative to say. So we're gonna take that and we're gonna go with it, right? The first thing on my list is crisis prevention. So I got with the school nurses and we started talking, and they just about, like if we have a student on our bus that we're not delegated for, they don't have, nobody's delegated, say a kid sneaks something on the bus and they start choking, okay, just a regular kid. Do we have like a plan? We have the crisis manual, but when someone's joking, you don't have the time to stop, get out the crisis manual, see what we should do, blah, blah, blah. So Shelly and I worked on this, and so we made you guys this. It's on cardstock. I didn't have time to get them laminated, but for you to hang up in the bus, you can tape it up above your window somewhere where you can see it and your kids can see it. So if you need someone to help you, so it just kind of goes through the steps, you know, secure your bus or your Suburban, call 911 if it necessitates that, which most likely, if you're pulling over your bus and it's that serious, then you're gonna be calling 911. And then call me. So if you are busy, give a student your phone, or if they have a phone, have them call me. You know, keeping your kids on the bus. It's just kind of a step-by-step visual, maybe not for you, but for a student that might be helping you through the situation, so they can kind of help you, or, because we never know in a moment like that if we're gonna totally lose our brains, or, you know, and forget what we need to do. So this is just more of a guide to help you. And then, you guys don't have any way to report that other than just a phone call. We don't have like a paper trail if a parent came back and said, hey, I want to know. So just a short little form for you to fill out. You know, did you call 911? Yes or no? What time? You know, then did you call me? And just a short description of what happened. And then you would give that to me afterwards. Hopefully we don't ever need them. But again, we're trying to be prepared. So if something does happen, we're ready instead of waiting until after something happens. So that's what that is for. I also made you guys copies if you want to put them up, like at your schools, at wherever. I just made copies of the Stop Arm Law poster. If you want to take them, if you want to give them to kids, if you want to paper airplane it into the car that's running your stop sign. You know, put them on windshields at the high school, whatever you want to do if you want some. And I can always make more copies, but I think the more that we get the word out and get the visual out, it might be helpful so people can understand. First aid, there are about 20 of you that will need first aid between now and August. So instead of trying to cram that all into before school starts, I talked to Abby and she's willing to hold 2 classes on February 20th, which is a day that we don't have school. So it's an opportunity for you to maybe get some hours on a day that you wouldn't normally get paid. She can take 10 per class. There's a morning class and an afternoon class. It's a Wednesday. First come, first serve. If you don't know if you need first aid or not, number one, you can look at your card. And if you don't know, I have a record. So if you're not sure if you need it or not, there's a couple of you that need it in February. I think you're one of them.
I was gonna ask how long is it valid?
2 years.
Okay, yes,
I think you're one, and I don't remember who the other one was. So, I'll just have this up here, and if you want to sign up, because whatever spots aren't filled by you guys, then we'll offer it to maybe like coaches or anybody else in the district that needs it. But you can only take 10 per class. So if you don't know if you need it, let me know and I can tell you. A training manual. Mindy asked me, like a month or so ago, you know, how things were going, how I felt things were going, and I'm like, I think it's going really good. Everything's good. She said, what's the one thing that you think we need? I said, we don't have a training manual. We don't have a training plan. So like for Jean and Melissa, you know, for our new people, and even some of you that have been hired like in the last few years, like we don't have like a plan. We don't have, it's just like, hey, get with somebody and Godspeed. And that's not the way it should be. So I want to start putting together a training manual so we have a step-by-step process for new people to follow to help them with pre-trip inspections.
I got a test that very few get. I mean, it was from one end to the other, underneath, the brakes, the drive lines, everything.
He went that first time and pulled the full pre-trip. The full thing.
Yeah, I took all the
Well, when I went back, they gave me the same one. They didn't give, you know, they said they just pull it.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up with the same one second.
At least you knew what to expect.
Yeah, this one, and I did pass it.
Yeah.
I don't know
So,
how far.
watch your email because I'm going to put together some sort of like a Google form just to get your input. Like, what do we need? I mean, I have a list rolling in my head, but some, you guys have the more experience, you've taken that test, you've been out there, what do we need to provide to our new people to make it to where when they come in, like, we have a timeline, we've got a plan, and we can get them rolling and get it done the right way, instead of just,
When you do the full one, like I did, the guy told me, I said, well, what do I study? He said, anything that's highlighted in the book, under section 11, he
Yeah.
says, that's a full trip. He said, everything in there is on that.
everything is.
Everything that's highlighted for a headline, that's in that test.
Yeah, so I will be sending that out, maybe before Christmas if I can get it done, but if not, look for it after Christmas. If you have input, send it to me, respond to that. If you don't, that's okay. But, I'll also be asking if anyone is interested in becoming like a trainer, cause that will take more time. And there is a class in Topeka that if I have one or two people that are interested, there's a class in the summer that KSDE puts on, that's just for trainers. It's to train the trainer, that's what it's called. So, think about it, just start kind of going through your mind if there's things that you think we need to have in there. So I want to throw that out there. And then I also have another program from the state that I'm in the process of putting together in notebooks that you can check out, like for behavior. So it might have some helpful stuff. John? I haven't got that far. This is my brainchild, and I haven't approached that with Pam yet, and I don't know if right now is the moment to do this. So, activities. So in the handbook, and I know you all have read the handbook front to back, right? It says, on page 10, it says, drivers on activity trips are to be available to the group transported for the duration of the trip. So, I know sometimes, like with athletics, I'll say, hey, I need you to drop them off and then go run your route, but I need you to go back. That is the only exception, but if you are on an activity, you have to stay there. You know, we don't know when they are at a basketball game or a field trip, and maybe there's a fire alarm, or maybe there's another emergency and we have to get our kids out. So, we can't go home in between, we can't go, somebody has to be there for the trip. Okay, does everybody understand that? So, we don't wanna leave our kids hanging somewhere. And,
What the teachers are paid to be leaving and saying, you know, we're through all day. I don't think that's a teacher's choice.
Yeah, but
yeah, but we.
there's
we
always
have-
somebody, our buses are always there.
Yeah, we need to have somebody there, because in an emergency, we have to get those kids out. So,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't leave at all.
I would, as long as someone is there, someone needs to be there, so whether it be, you know,
So are
there's a
you
group of you, and like you split into two groups, but somebody has to be there.
Wasn't they're gonna be there all day. When you walk around, look at buildings and stuff, as long as they've got
As long
their
as
phone
you're
number.
there, as long as you're there,
Well,
you don't have to go to, you know, you don't have to like chaperone the field trip, but you need to be there available to them.
What about getting lunch? I mean, can we not run somewhere to get lunch?
Pack a lunch. How do you run?
No, I mean, we don't.
I mean, you take
Right.
the big bus somewhere to go get lunch? Oh, we
We
just pack
all-
our lunches.
We just load
We park at
together.
Walmart and walk across to do lunch. You guys don't do that? Where are you talking about? Where do you take the zoo?
When we go to the zoo.
Oh, really? No, we don't.
I walk around the zoo.
Yes, I do too. Well, usually I'll go because I have a child there and I walk. But
Yeah,
That's why it's nice to know your phone number, why not?
Yeah.
I know, exactly. That would be great to know.
Yeah, we don't know that.
yeah, they don't always tell you
Right.
that. I mean, I try to put that stuff in the notes, like
But
sack
we
lunch
pretty
or
well know if
whatever.
we're going all day, but probably not.
Right.
But then sometimes they, they'll go someplace to eat lunch.
Yeah, sometimes they don't, Now, usually if there's multiple stops, they've been trying to tell me that, but I can't always guarantee that they're gonna tell me. I mean, they have to tell me all their stops they're supposed to.
But if you leave your phone number and you're within reasonable distance.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Well, I don't have a if you go to get lunch, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we gotta be right there.
Right.
If someone, I
Right.
mean,
Because we had to take, we had to take somebody to the emergency room one time.
yeah. I mean, you
So-
just don't ever know
Right.
when there's gonna be something. So just stay with your trip, communicate with your sponsors.
Yep, we do.
Yeah.
Billy asked me to tell you guys, this isn't on the agenda because she added it after I had already put the cute dog on it.
Yeah, isn't that cute?
And I was about to redo it. On your time card, she just said, she asked not to total, just put in your drive time.
Oh.
She said don't total it because she has to go through them anyway. So she said, don't worry about totaling them, that she
Don't
will-
total them up top.
Don't total, like the total hours. Just write down your drive time and leave it at that.
Drive time, paid time, and go total. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, cause she has to go through and do it anyway, so she said, just tell them,
Okay.
they don't have to. By the time they're adding those quarter hours and everything, okay, just as long as you're writing down your drive time, and that, she said that is the most important, we just have to have that, your actual drive time. Not the minimum, okay, not your 2 hours, don't just put 2 hours, cause that's what you get paid. It's gotta be your actual drive time. So. All right, open enrollment. I sent you guys all the email, except for Steve. But if you, this week, this is our only open enrollment, so if you need health insurance only, this is.
This week?
It's this week. So if you need to make any changes to your health insurance, or if you need to, if you're eligible for the health insurance and you wanna get it, you have to do it this week.
For the time
Okay,
total?
ends December 7th. You just have to come up to the office or call Kay and talk to her.
Okay.
So this is the only open enrollment period for the whole year. So, cause we're going to the year, like then next January, it'll open up again.
So this week or next week?
This current week, you have until Friday.
Friday the 7th.
Tomorrow, Friday.
I'll go tomorrow.
Yeah. So if you need something with your health insurance, you need to call Kay or Pam. I think Kay is gone.
But if we don't need to change anything?
If you don't need to change anything, you don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Okay, that's just if you wanna change it or add that to your paycheck reductions. Any questions on that one? Look at me, being efficient. All right, October stats, you guys wanna know how many miles you drove? In October, regular routes, just our routes, not activities, 18,055 miles. So that's up from September, that was up 3653. You guys drove almost 4,000 more miles on routes in October than September.
Do we have more days in October than we did in September, probably?
But our activities went down, because we kind
Well,
of
yeah.
thinned out. So our activity miles, were 4520. So they went down by like 1,200 miles. Sped routes drove 11,188 miles, and their activities were 261. Our WSU Tech group drove 5,694 miles. And then the Suburbans, like that you check out from the high schools for activities, they drove 2,652. So altogether, our routes were 34,937 miles, and our activities were 7,433.
Wow.
So that's 42,370 miles. A lot of gas. That's a lot of fuel. So, that's a lot of miles, you guys. Weather, something about this weekend, it's supposed to be bad and it's not, and it is and then it's not, and they don't know. Just make sure we're plugging in. If you still need a timer or an extension cord, let me know.
I went and checked with FD, and he said he had it.
Oh, he's
I
email.
stopped when I was in Andover or something, I said, oh, Tara just told us after the last meeting, did you have timers? She says, I don't have any. He said, ask Justin.
Interesting.
I didn't ask him.
Just
Yeah.
Oh.
Seeing how I park clear back here at the far end of the parking lot, what do I do about plugging in?
There's at the high school parking lot?
Yeah, the far
Yeah,
end.
we've
Is
got,
your bus diesel?
Yes,
Cause FD wasn't.
it's got a plug in the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
They plug in back there by the,
There's
if
two
you're in the high
already taken.
school.
We'll find you.
Kenny,
We'll find
Kenny
you.
Yeah, I
will
was
take
gonna
care of
say.
that.
Yeah, 'cause that's where I'm at.
Where two's plugged in at over there, we'll plug in. That, we can plug that bus in there?
There's a plug there, and I went out to Garden Plain and the bus was gone. They had pulled it over between all the other big buses and plugged it in, and
Oh, we can't plug it.
it can plug in, but I park back here.
I'll talk to FD and see if he wants to plug it in the shop or back in.
Don't care where, I just don't know where to park it to do that.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll talk to FD tomorrow.
We'll take care of it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then the weather communication, you know, if for some reason we cancel, I'll text you, I'll group me, it'll be on Facebook, it'll be on Twitter, it'll be everywhere. The people that,
You get how many phone calls?
so,
That's right.
wait, and then if you have kids, then you get like 3 calls there. So, you're definitely aware. Our staffing updates, I don't really have any, other than Jean passed. Melissa has been doing a lot of suburban driving for us until she takes her test. If you know of anybody even that would be interested in subbing suburban routes, that doesn't need a CDL, since Liz is no longer with us and Daryl slid over there, then we are kind of shorthanded in that arena, you know, and of course, we will always take more bus drivers. So, just if you know of somebody, even if they just wanna talk, you know, we can talk about it, so. And I think that's it. Does anybody have any, John?
Basically, let the high schoolers know that when we're driving our bus, we get in position to pick up students or even drop off. We don't wanna play chicken with them.
Yeah, that discussion has been had. That discussion has been had, but I will remind Mrs. Shackelford again and she'll,
I mean, there's, I think you can.
like when you pull into the high school.
Uh-huh, what about
You're
it?
not having any problems with kids.
No, not anymore, I'm not anymore.
Yeah, you don't drive it.
Yeah, John, I do too, I drive in every day. John, you're too nice. You you sit there and you wait for them, and they'll keep going and going and going. You have got to cut in front of them. That's why I go around you, so I don't have to wait on you, because you sit there and sit there and sit there, and I don't have the time, so I just go and I cut, so. Yeah, they'll stop for you if you start heading towards them, believe me, they will.
It works.
I know it
They're not
does.
smart enough to figure that out.
Yeah, it's going fine. They are very nice. They even back up for me.
John has just got to be a little more aggressive.
Yeah, there you go,
I
John.
mean, don't hit anybody.
Follow me, John, just follow me.
I gotta slow down.
I can't wait all day, I'm sorry.
I'm with you, Gwen.
They do, yeah, that's right. And Michelle talked to them at the high school, and they are really good about it now. At first, they were not. They were really, I mean, they were just they were pushing their way through. And finally, I was like, I mean, I'll let the 2 go, and then that 3rd one, if they don't stop, I'm go heading straight for them. And they'll stop. They do.
I know last year,
I'd like to see that
took
kid in
off
the car.
and everybody-
I know.
Hey, just come
And
forward.
Gwen's smiling, no, she just sitting there just smiling.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I know, I do too. I do too. And then I give them thumbs up when I go by.
Yeah, there you go. Now they know the next time, don't they?
Get you a big sticker on your buses, no.
Yeah. Get out of my way.
Sorry, I brought it up.
Just get a little more aggressive, John, I guess. cards or anything, all that's up here. Anybody else have anything? No? Must have been super important.
It kind of was, I remember it was, I'll think about it tomorrow and then I'll bother you.
This month isn't too awful. Next month is tournaments, basketball tournaments, so it's insane, so prepare. Winter is coming. Huh?
Do we meet that third? I didn't even pay attention.
No, I didn't have us have a meeting until we came back. I was gonna make you come back on a day we don't work.
Oh, that's right, holiday. Do we get paid?
Okay, holiday, you get paid Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day.
Got it.
Okay, if you wanna use any leave, you have to use your discretionary. And you cannot use sick
I
leave
didn't
when
think
we
you
don't
could
have
use
school.
that until spring break. I thought you could only use that over spring break.
No.
No.
You can use it
You
over
can
Christmas
use it
break?
if you
Oh,
want.
yeah.
Really?
Okay, but only discretionary, not sick. Yeah, sick
Right.
leave is only for like sick leave.
Oh, did you really?
I thought we could be sick.
You're right. Not very often. I'll give you like maybe one day. No, I think things are going super smooth. I'm not getting parents beating my door down, so.
What are we gonna do about changing routes if it's semester? Are we gonna
Nobody's
just,
changing
no, we're gonna
routes.
change routes, good.
Nobody's changing.
Alright, cool.
Nope. Nope, everybody says we're just gonna stay the same, and then next year, if you wanna reverse, we can
Good.
remake your route. and Find out what new kids you got, what kids drop off, and the only people that will change it semester are my WSU tech teachers. And that just depends on,
Who's going? Yeah.
Where's that first day?
first day is February the 20th. It's a Wednesday. The sign-up sheet is over here. So, I just thought I'd give you guys a way, it's a Wednesday, no, it's conferences that, so we get that long weekend.
So you're saying we can, if we want to get on a February schedule instead of a summer schedule?
Mhm.
We can do it then, even though we're.
Because eventually what I would like to get to where we can do these things on an in-service day. So, because you guys are not getting paid those days, so it's an opportunity for you to still get hours on a day when, I mean, the teachers have to be here and everything, so it's just a way to kind of help you guys out. And not have to try to squeeze something else in the beginning of August, because there's only so many hours.
When's the expiration date? Mine was in August.
It's every 2 years, so if you take it in February, then it'll be good for 2 years from today. It's just 2 years, so even if you're getting ready to expire in August, you can take it early and then you'll just be on a
Wednesday,
February
Thursday, and then they have
cycle.
in-service on Friday. Is that a Wednesday, Thursday, and then they have in-service on Friday? Is that why we're out Wednesday?
Wednesday's in service, and conferences start Wednesday night, and Thursday is conferences, and Friday is
Okay.
like a teacher payback conference.
And that's when?
The 20th?
And for Christmas.
Yeah, so that'll be, it'll be down there in the conference room in the district office. So, any questions? Hey, enjoy your Christmas break. We don't come back until January 7th. Okay, so it's like 2 full weeks this year instead of like what did we get last year, like 8 days or something ridiculous. So, I'm done. That's all I got. Less than 30 minutes.
Okay, there you go.
And no video.
Margie, you want to say something?
Even better. You don't have to. When?
There's at 8 to 11, and then there's 12 to 3. Merry Christmas, Carol.
Well, I could have done that. Probably not really, like, see that, that's not farming.
If you didn't sign the sheet, you need to sign it so you can get paid.
Yes, I did. And it would just, they either add 10 minutes to my round. And then you're. Okay, then let me talk to them about that, and then I'll just put them back on my route. You ended up picking up a lot You know, I'm well. Yeah. Then, yeah, so let me take that back. Yes, I hate that. I go up this road a half mile, pull in the driveway, drop off 2 kids, and then I have to come back down. And whenever there's but I mean, I pick those Tracy's kids. Yeah, I know. Yes, they are, and I told them, because I was in the library, when they went through the rules, and they said there are not to be any suckers brought out in the classroom or on the bus. So I've been getting on them at nighttime.